Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Daily Morning Podcast. So, let's look at the Indian markets closing of yesterday. So, Indian equity market closed higher in yet another trading session with Nifty and Sensex both gaining 0.2% each. Gains were largely supported by BFSI and FMCG sectors. The broader markets, especially the small cap index, continued to underperform by giving a negative close. While BSE mid cap closed flat, that is down by about 16 points. BSE small cap index fell by 0.5% at close. The top gainers on NSE were Bajaj Finance, Bajaj Finserv, HCL Technologies, Hero Motocorp, Bajaj Auto, ITC, Adani Ports, Adani Enterprises, and top losers were Hindalco, Dr. Reddy's, NTPC, Wipro, M&M, Coal India, L&T. Taking a look into the sectoral performance on BSE, then the sectoral indices closed on a mixed note. As I said, BSE FMCG index gained the most by about 0.8%. BSE Financial Services index was up by 0.6%, followed by BSE IT and Energy, which were up by 0.4% and 0.1% respectively. On the downside, BSE Telecommunication index was down by 1.7%. BSE Metal index was down by 1.2%. BSE Capital Goods was down by 0.8%, and BSE Healthcare and BSE Auto indices were down by 0.4% and 0.2% respectively. The overall market breadth remained unfavorable as about 2,262 stocks declined, and against them 1,776 stocks advanced on BSE. About 183 stocks made 52-week highs, including companies like Apollo Hospitals, Bajaj Auto, BPCL, Goodluck India, India Glycols, ITC, Sun Pharma, Voltas, and 22 stocks made 52-week low. On the fund flow side, both FIs and DIs were net buyers in the cash market yesterday. So FIs net bought rupees 1,736 crores roundabout, and DIs net bought rupees 356 crores in the cash market. So now let's move on to the global market cues for today's Indian market opening. So today we have limited global cues as US market yesterday was shut on account of the Labor Day holiday. Asian markets are currently trading on a mixed note, reacting on South Korea's August month inflation data, which has eased to a 42-month low at 2% on a year-on-year basis. So major focus will now remain on the Fed's meeting, which is happening in the middle of this month. And overall, looking at the global market cues, Indian market is expected to see a flat opening in today's trade. Now let's move on to the stocks which are in focus today. So first one is Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. The Cabinet Committee on Security has approved a proposal for procurement of 240 aero engines for the Indian Air Force Su-30 MKI aircraft from Hindustan Aeronautics at a cost of over 26,000 crores under the Buy Indian category. So this will be positive for HAL in medium term. Vedanta has approved a third interim dividend of rupees 20 per share, totaling a payout of rupees 7,821 crores. So positive for Vedanta in short term. Kaynes Technology is also in focus as Cabinet has also approved proposal for a new manufacturing plant with a capacity of 6.3 million chips per day. The total cost for the project will be 3,300 crores, so positive for Kaynes Technology in medium to long term. NMDC has received a penalty order of rupees 1,620 crores for alleged transport of iron ore without a railway transit pass. The company has also reported a 10% decrease in its total production to 3.07 metric tons and an 11.3% drop in total sales to 3.14 metric tons in August month. So this can be marginally negative for NMDC in short term. The board of Welspun Corp has approved a $100 million investment by its subsidiary Welspun Pipes for upgrading HFIW pipe manufacturing capabilities in the USA. So positive for Welspun Corp in medium to long term. Hindustan Composites will purchase 150,000 Swiggy shares for rupees 5 crores, so positive for Hindustan Composites. Lemon Tree Hotels has signed a licensing agreement for an 80-room hotel in Gir, positive for the company in medium to long term. Tata Motors has received a penalty order of rupees 2 crores from the Assistant Commissioner of Jamshedpur in Jharkhand. The penalty is not expected to have a material financial impact on the company, so overall it's a neutral news for Tata Motors. Adani Green Energy has approved the acquisition of a binding documents including a JV agreement with ARE 64L and Total Energies Renewables. Total Energies will invest an additional $444 million to form a 50-50 JV with Adani Green. This new JV will manage a 1,150 MWAC portfolio, including both operational and under construction solar assets. So overall, it will be positive for Adani Green Energy in medium to long term. JSW Steel has received a GST intimation for the period of April 2019 to March 2020. The tax demand was at Rs 11.4 crores with an interest of Rs 18.5 crores and a penalty of Rs 1.8 crores. So overall, it's a neutral news for JSW Steel. Pidilite Industries has received a penalty order of Rs 44.3 crores from the Joint Commissioner, Corporate Circle, Greater Noida. The company expects a favorable outcome on the appeal with no material financial impact. So overall, it's a neutral news for Pidilite Industries. Crompton Greaves Consumer Electricals is also in focus as the company has transformed Bengaluru's satellite town ring road by providing lighting solutions with its high-performance LED street lights. So neutral for Crompton Greaves. Gensel Engineering with Matrix Gas and Renewables has become the lowest bidder for a green hydrogen project worth Rs 164 crores. So positive for Gensel Engineering in short to medium term. Sterlite Technologies has settled its Singapore dispute with Data Management Center for $467,400. So positive for Sterlite Technologies. Techno Electric and Engineering Company has set 13 September as a record date for a final dividend of Rs 7 per share. So neutral for Techno Electric and Engineering. Shriram Finance Board has approved fundraise through debt securities via private placement. The issue size is Rs 500 crores with a green shoe option of Rs 1,500 crores. So positive for Shriram Finance in short term. Matrimony.com will consider a buyback proposal on 5th of September. So positive for the company in short term. Indian Energy Exchange has, the company's arm has entered into an issuer agreement with the International Tracking Standard Foundation. The agreement authorizes IEX to act as a local issuer of international renewable energy certificates in the Indian market. So this will be a positive one for IEX in medium term. Shipping Corporation of India's arm has got government approval for establishment of a unit at GIFT SEZ in Gujarat. So positive for Shipping Corporation. GR Infra Projects will sell Aligarh Kanpur Highway to Bharat Highways in bid and will acquire Tumkur to REZ power transmission from REC's unit for its Karnataka project. So positive for GR Infra projects. ICICI Bank is also in focus as the bank has clarified on the media reports of alleged payment of salary by ICICI Group to Madhvi Puri Buch. The bank has said that no salary for ESPOs were given to Madhabi Puri Buch after her retirement other than the retiral benefits. So overall, it's a neutral to positive one for ICICI Bank. So after a long list of corporate news, let's move our direction to the bulk and block deals data. So in case of block deals, in HDFC Bank, Copthel Mauritius Investment Limited has sold 10.2 lakh shares at Rs 1,636.9 per share. In Trend, Siddharth Yog has bought 10.09 lakh shares, which is 0.28% of the holding, at Rs 7,115 per share. And Dodona Holdings Limited has sold the equivalent number of shares against that. In Shanti Educational Initiatives, Albula Investment Fund Limited has bought 47.2 lakh shares at Rs 122.9 per share. And LTS Investment Fund Limited has sold the equivalent number of shares against the shares which has been bought by Albula Investment Fund. In Global Spirits, Alpro International Limited has bought 1.79 lakh shares at Rs 1,112.9 per share. In GMR Power and Urban Infrastructure, Autham Investment and Infrastructure Limited has bought 74.91 lakh shares at Rs 134.2 per share. In TCNS Clothing, Baroda BNP Paribas Mutual Fund has bought 6.24 lakh shares, which is 0.98% of the stake at Rs 576 per share, while Morgan Stanley Asia Singapore PT has sold 3.37 lakh shares at Rs 574.64 per share. Now looking into some of the insider trades, then in Deccan Gold Mines, promoter Rama Mines Mauritius Limited has sold 40,000 shares on 29th August. In Nirlon, promoter Sheetal Trading and Interiors Private Limited has sold 5,000 shares on 30th August. In NRB Bearings, promoter Aarti Devesh Sane has sold 78,000 shares on 28th August, and promoter Harshbina Zaveri has bought 25,120 shares on 20th August. 7,995 shares has been bought on 30th August. 4,491 shares has been bought on 29th of August, and 2,238 shares has been bought on 27th of August. In Suryodaya Small Finance Bank, promoter Savita Surendra Pai has sold 19,645 shares on 30th of August. And in Ultramarine and Pigments, promoter S. Narayan has sold 5,455 shares on 2nd of September. Now, some pledge share details. So, in HLV, promoter Universal Hotels and Resorts Private Limited has created a pledge for 3 crore shares on 29th August. And in Navin Fluorine International, promoter Mafatlal Impacts Private Limited has revoked a pledge for 3 lakh shares on 22nd of August. Some of the trading or corporate actions today. So today is the ex or record dividend date for Vinati Organics, Karnataka Bank, Ion Exchange, Deepak Fertilizers and Petrochemicals, Finiotex Chemicals and Ganesha Ecosphere. And also today is the ex or record buyback date for Nucleus Software Exports. So these were the key market data points to track going ahead in today's market opening. This was all about the Daily Morning Podcast. Thank you everyone for listening.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.